What's up, guys? Skylas here with episode 8 of the Gears of War lesson series, and as promised, going back to doing some MLG gameplay after taking a couple of easy weeks. So today we're going over map River, just going over our general strat for it and some of the variations that you might see. So let's go ahead and get started by going over the map overview of the map. And here are the MLG swaps. As you can see, the only things of real notice are that boom shot is on the top of the bridge and ink grenade is underneath. And we went through a lot of iterations with the settings before arriving on this. Boom shot underneath was just too much of a mess with the smoke grenades having their ragdoll stun. And something I want to point out is that, again, this map does have ragdoll stuns. It's an old video. That's not the point. The point is to get you through the thought process of how we come up with strats. And hopefully it'll help you coming up with strats in Gears 3, or if you're still playing Gears 2, coming up with some stuff for the current TU6. So in the first round, I'm going to show you our usual strat, and then I'm going to go ahead and do an overhead view of what's happening. So this is MLG Dallas Finals, Game 11, Best of 11. So whoever won this was going to win the tournament. And this is on MBN's host. And on this map, it's important to note there's a good side and a bad side. You'll see later just how different it is, but this is the good side here. You get to mid-bridge a little bit faster. So our objective on this strat, and this is our base, is what we usually run. First, Arctic throws the smoke from the bottom and runs underneath into the water. Callie throws smoke across top, and then once everything's said and done, there's 2 smokes and ink on mid, and then we wait. I run back, grab my smoke, and we have 2 smokes to push to grab the boom. And it sounds like a lot, and I'm going to break it all down here in a second with a nice overhead view. So here's our rotation order to grab the boom, which is just basically making sure that they can't push on me to grab at the boom shot and I get away with it. Whichever team gets the boom on this wins almost every single time, so it's crucial to get that boom shot, and that's why our entire strat is revolved around using everything to get that. So here's the overhead for it, and you see we're all even spawn. I grabbed the ink grenade, so that's what the little veering off was, and the first smoke is going to be thrown by Arctic on the steps, and he's just throwing a smoke over on their side of the bridge so they can't run to grab the boom shot, and he's going to go take his spot in the water. And right after that smoke blows up, about 1 second later, Callie will throw his from mid, and that'll chain on the exact same point so they still can't push mid. And he'll hang around for a bit to make sure they didn't get past the smokes. And then after that smoke, my ink is going to be coming in from the stairs, and that'll successfully seal it off for a good 10 seconds while I run back, grab my smoke, and then come back to get ready for the push. So it's a long string of things that keeps them from going for the boom shot, which is the entire objective, is just to make sure that we can do that. And here's our rotation. I throw my smoke on the far side of the bridge, Orange throws his into the tower, and usually I grab. If he's in a better position, he'll grab. So it's a lot, and you'll see it a couple times in the video, but it's all about just making sure that they don't really have an option to go onto the bridge. So after you have the boom, the reason that it's so crucial, you can't move on this map without the boom shot. Like, there's no way they can make a push, because there's only 2 ways to push. You can go in the water, or you can go over the middle of the bridge, and both ways are extremely hard against a boom shot. So it puts the other team on their back foot, and you can just rack up inks and then slowly work your way into the back of their base, as you can see we did here. So we get Arctic over into the house after using ink grenades to make it so they can't cover him. And then you just work the angles. And in this case, they had a host inside the tower, so we're going to actually use my last boom, knowing that we'd have about 30 seconds left after I get the boom ammo. So basically just waiting it out, waiting for the boom shot to spawn. It's 4v2, so the round's already over. And almost every single round is won by whichever team gets away with the boom shot clean. It's just so strong of a weapon in this map. In my opinion, it isn't made very well for competitive play, because of the fact that, again, you only have 2 ways to push. So all the strategy goes around how you get the boom shot, which can be compelling at times, but other times it just makes it a little bit dull. And they like to play host and tower so that he can cover that bridge to try and down anyone going for the boom shot, which is why you'll see us doing everything we can to make it hard for him to just post up and shoot. So second round, this is going to be us playing from bad side, which I don't think you can see it this time, but usually on bad side we just play real defensive, and on good side I usually throw my ink on their side of the bridge, and on bad side I'll put it right on top of the boom shot in case they go for a grab. So as you'll see, the ink came in. It's right on top of boom. And orange is able to back up and just wait. So now we're just waiting it out. I'm running back and grabbing my smoke. So we have 2 smokes for the push. And here's the rotation. They actually were waiting on a rotation and basically did the exact same thing as us. So all the smokes are going to get thrown. And basically just comes a shotgun fight on mid. And we have Callie over there on the truck putting in support fire, which is the only reason that we won this round. Along with a couple nice shoddy shots on my part. So the reason that played out that way is after both teams have used all their smokes, if no one pushes, it's going to probably be a stalemate because the people in tower are going to be able to cover everything. So you pretty much need to take that short period of time to go for the boom shot. So both teams know that, and that's the reason that both teams fought on the mid. Because without smokes, it's really hard to make a grab on boom on this map. Because usually you throw an ink, they throw an ink to cover it. So this is us going from good side, and we're going for a grab. And this is something we only do on good side. And as you can see, orange got a very far front spawn. So he's going as fast as he can to get out there and try and beat the smokes. But in this case, he gets clipped by a smoke and sent the way we like to get sent, just towards our side. But they're on the ball with the chain stuns and are able to get the down. But we start a revive chain and get pretty fortunate to get back with this. So the boom shot's at least on our side of the map and able to pick it up. And for whatever reason, I still don't know to this day why they didn't do it, but they were 4v3 with host and they chose not to push us while we had boom. So it ends up being a draw in the end. Which boom has that power because again, if they push and I pick someone off, then they'd immediately have to back up. But they didn't even really try. So again, here's our usual prevent. And just smoking it. Orange is pushing out. As you can see, this time, that lead spawn guy actually got ahead of our smokes and made it so that we couldn't do anything. So they got a free boom and were able to get the kill. So, again, that good side is just so crucial to be aware of which side is which and get good stuns. So in that case, we had a bad stun. They probably need to be a little bit further forward or a little bit earlier. But all it takes is whoever's supposed to throw that smoke gets a bad spawn, and that's all that matters. So here's good side. As you can see, he didn't get a front spawn this time. So he's going to adjust, and we're just going to run a fake. So if you watch the first video, it's just running out there to try and get them to throw as much as you can. And it looks like they threw just about everything they had that time. And that's the goal. This whole thing is about resource management. You want to have as many smokes and inks as you need, or as many smokes and inks as possible as you can for the rotation. So as you're going to see, we have everything. We have 2 smokes and the bottom ink, and they didn't have anything to throw at us at all, so we get the grab. And Arctic actually picked up a kill over there on the guy on their side bridge who got stunned by one of my stunts. So again, it's all resource management. In that case, they threw way too much to cover it, and we were able to take advantage of it on the rotation. Which is what Gears came down to a lot competitively. In general, you want to have more smokes than the other team because it lets you do more mid-round. So if you use everything early round, you need to make sure that it paid off for itself. So in that case, they should have been able to try and get a grab if they went through all that stuff. But they overspent, I guess you could say, with the smokes. And here, we actually overspent. We threw 2 smokes and, well, 1 more smoke than we usually do. So there's 3 smokes and an ink on mid. And it's going to hurt us because we don't have enough to do our rotation. We can only stun far bridge or tower. And in this case, I elected to stun far bridge. But since they have host playing tower, we just got ripped up. And again, it all comes down to resource management. We spent too many smokes thinking that they were going to go for a grab, but they didn't go for one, so we were in a hole. If they had gone for the grab, then we would have gotten a nice double kill and won the round and the game. So it was a risk we took on our part, guessing that they would go for the boom. And we paid for it. So that led to the loss in this round. And again, with host and tower, Orange is trying to eat up shots, but if host is up there, you're going to lose 90% of the time. We might have been able to get away with that off host, or well, on our host. So this is my last round of the game. It's 3-2, and we have 1 draw. MLG rules are that you play 7 rounds, and whoever had the lead would win the game. So the game couldn't go on forever. So we could have taken a draw this round, but we decided to go for the kill, and Orange is able to get the boom shot untouched and be able to get back. Which again is a case of the good spawn is really good. I mean, it's if you don't do it right, or if you don't stun early enough, then you'll get the grab every single time with that front spawn. So it's a little bit lucky as far as who gets the front spawn. Some teams would prefer to have whoever gets boom change, so they'd have whoever gets front spawn on good side would automatically run out there. But then you're also putting yourself in a position where the other team knows you're going to go for a grab no matter what, and they'll counter that by throwing really early smokes and inks. So that was it. This is obviously a video which is pretty special to me because it was our first tournament we've ever won. And I guess only one in Gears because the season ended shortly thereafter. So pretty special. It was nice to be able to commentate. We hadn't had any river videos, so that'll be it for this week. And next week, actually don't know yet. We're going to be driving up to MLG Dallas, go check it out Saturday, Sunday. And I'll be sure to get a video done early in the week so you guys have something to watch. Later, guys.